Pisces, hello, my darlings. Welcome to your July reading. This reading is for those that most need to hear it. And if it resonates with you, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. I am using the Guardian Angel Tarot as I'm shuffling. Thank you as ever for your love, for your likes, for your wonderful comments. And for those of you who have subscribed or will be subscribing to this channel, I am so, so grateful. Let's have a look to see where your energy is right now. Thank you, Spirit. With the Three of Cups. Ooh, lovely news. Announcements, things happening that are very much a demonstration of your attitude of optimism and positivity at the moment. Let's see your intention. Thank you. We have the Awakening card, which is a very healthy card. I want to show you these two cards. You've got the Three of Cups. I'll come back to this. And we have got the Hangman here as well. Brilliant. Let's have a look to see, because you really are wanting to understand things from another perspective. Let's have a look at Spirit's advice for you, spiritual direction at this time for Pisces. Thank you. We have got the Ten of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. And what is the outcome? Thank you. We have got the Ace of Swords has come out, and on the bottom of the deck we have got the Eight of Swords, but it's a very interesting Eight of Swords. So thank you, Spirit. You have come through something that you have felt for a long time. Do you see it's all overgrown here? Something that you have felt for a very long time, trapped within, disillusioned by, not being able to see it for what you can now see that it is or was. And you are, because you can see here with the Eight of Swords, you've got 7 swords here. And I feel that there has been this gate. I feel that the disillusionment of it, perhaps the deception of it, perhaps the pain of it, kept you in a space for a time where you didn't understand and you couldn't move past it. However, you have pushed against that. You've pushed against that energy. You're walking through what you feared the most, and you're coming into something that's now a completely different, naturally, organically, period of growth for you. And you've put this one sword here, which I feel is this sword here. Okay, this is almost like Excalibur. You have so many peaceful realizations and resolutions now, and you have self-taught yourself so much of your essential truth. Well, you've received it, put it that way. It's come through to you in divine design, but you've understood it. Of course you have. And you are not afraid now to move beyond. And it sounds weird, doesn't it? Not afraid to move beyond that period of disillusionment, because sometimes we can, what was abnormal becomes normal, and we become in a space where we don't know who we are outside of, my light's about to fall off, we don't know who we are outside of that disillusionment. It's wrapped us up for so long, certain thoughts and certain belief systems, that it takes great courage to move beyond that. And what I feel is that, you know, you're now taking action, you're taking positive action to move beyond this, and you're taking the blindfold off. You can see and understand now. And it's only when we start to take steps forward, almost blindfold, almost being led by our intuition, being led by trust and faith that all will be well. When we start to do that, by taking those small steps, the universe responds very seriously to that, because it is a very courageous thing to do. And by taking those small steps of preparation for what we know not, but is infinite, we then engage and can start to see things and start to actually, in the present moment, rewrite what our brain has wired into itself as something that was false. but we couldn't know it then. We weren't meant to know it then, but you're meant to know it now. So in this present moment, certain truths and realizations are coming through to you within that absolute perfect plan for you to allow you to move beyond old limited concepts that you may have had. And you are therefore, my darling, not reacting anymore to this, not trapped anymore in this. You're taking a beautiful response to it. You're taking responsibility for yourself. You're taking responsibility for your life. You're taking responsibility for your own happiness and your own positivity. Beautiful. So that's the overriding energy. What that has done, because the universe always responds, especially when we choose to do something that is very courageous and is about self-learning and self-worth and self-discovery. The universe has matched you up, I've got here, matched you up with same energy souls, okay, same energy individuals who complement you, who encourage you, who bring joy and happiness in your life, and who have helped you have, I'm getting here, the spring back in your step. So whether this happened in the spring, but it's a lovely expression, isn't it? The spring back in your step. It means that your steps that you're taking now are all steps for new growth, new possibilities. Thank you, Spirit. And it says here, news worth celebrating and a time of gratitude. And, you know, take a moment to really pat yourself on the back for being brave enough to look to want to truly deeply understand any conflicts within you, any conflicts that you may have felt you've had with others. Because when you look to understand, it's with a peaceful resolution. We can love and like many people in our lives, whether they be family or friends or those romances. And it's quite easy to love and like, isn't it? It's what we are love. So it's that outpouring of that. But when we don't take the time to understand who that representation of source energy, of the spiritual being standing in front of us is, and when we don't take time to understand who we are, then there can be a conflict of interest, there can be misunderstandings, there can be disappointments, there can be regrets, because what we are doing is loving or liking or disliking the perception we have of something or of somebody, or the possibility or the potential of something, as opposed to what is truly real. And this, I can see from these cards, you have set out to do. So, and here you've got this new cycle, and 3 is about growth. And then this has been your intention to let go of old ways that were very close to your heart, but ways perhaps that you did interact with people, with those that you loved. And you have understood that it is important for your continued growth and development and success and respect and love for yourself to take that time out, to pause, to reflect. And that, again, I come back to, where is that 7 of Swords? Well, it's the 8, but remember it's a 7 on the gate. This is about reflection as well. Reflection in the face of something that happened that surprised you, something that turned into something that it wasn't before. And you really do now, within the support and connection of all around you, this is represented by the tree, deep insights are taking root, and you feel happy now to hang out with yourself, hang out with your higher self, and to feel so much lighter without the burden, the heaviness of old concepts and old thought processes. Beautiful, darling. And there is in front of you here now a fork in the road. And you're in no rush now to make any decisions without taking time to think, to reflect, to trust your insight, to trust your intuition. You're not rushing forward without knowing that it feels right to do so. Sometimes we don't know where these paths are going, where these choices are taking us, but you now, and this is wonderful, you are now making choices that feel right without having to know what the outcome is or holding on to the outcome. And in hindsight, it's very easy to look back at the choices we've made and understand what the universal plan, what the soul plan was. Everything has a reason. But to understand it now or to connect the dots now is so much more difficult. But you don't need to do that, because you're trusting that when you are acting on in beautiful, intuitive, heartfelt feelings, sound advice that is coming through you from source energy and in infinite wisdom, infinite intelligence, that you do not need to know the outcome, because the outcome of all of this is going to be so much better and so much more expansive and so much more, I'm getting the words very strange, agreeable. You'll agree with it because you know it's already going to happen, but you don't know quite how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. You just know it's going to be agreeable. It's something you and the universe have agreed on as a soul, but also within your knowing, within your intuition, you know it's all going to work out. And you've got here the Ten of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying, continue on this path. There is the birth of something new here. You might be asked to do things or do something that's out of your comfort zone, or do something that takes you in a new direction, but be open to that, because opportunity lies everywhere. And so whatever's going to present itself to you that comes in from left field, pay it very close attention. That's something that's a big message for you, something that in your happy, contented state of being, in your appreciation and celebrating who you are in life and who's surrounding you at this time, you are an open vessel, open stream, an open river for the universe to work through. A stream of non-resistant, a life force energy at the moment that is causing and creating with outstanding success. So continue doing what you're doing with the 10 here. Understand that what we might consider to be where you are right now might be very, with the 10, of value for you and bringing in certain financial success. But there are other opportunities. The universe is the universal bank. Money is energy. And with your wonderful approach, there's all sorts of people in this card. And I think you have a wonderful, I'm getting the words again, a sort of dialect. You have a wonderful connection with so many different types of people. And each and every one of them are souls that have come to do something for you. You are the actor, producer, and director of your life. They're all the supporting parts. And so pay close attention to who's coming to perhaps discuss things with you, talk to you. Pay close attention to what is the newfound foundation for your feeling of success right now. That's coming from you. But just know that there are other foundations, there are other opportunities, and that sometimes when one thing we think is going to become something actually becomes something else, and we just go with it, and we go with that curiosity, and we go with that open-mindedness, and we're not closed down to it, then it does become something entirely else, which we can see later on by connecting the dots. Oh, that's what happened. So, and I feel as well with the Ten of Pentacles, because this is of value to you, because Pentacles also represent, the manifestation of what is of value, your dreams, but it's also representing the physical, and it's also representing valuable knowledge, valuable wisdom. And I feel you have this that you wish and desire to impart to others. And that is being of service. And that, as a soul's life purpose, is something that is seriously supported by the universe. So, and this is why I feel, with that falcon there in that background, and then you've got this Ace of Swords. Oh, card's dropped. And I'm pulling up this for a reason. This had to happen, this Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords on the gate and the Eight of Swords, had to happen in order for you to understand something, or more than one thing, in order for you to have certain experiences, in order for you now to have certain realizations that are shifting your reality. Because you, and only you as a soul, are uniquely placed to deliver such clarity to others. I trust that makes sense to you. You may feel that you're not equipped to do this. You may feel a novice. You may feel young at heart and enthusiastic about it, but you don't have the strength or the courage or the experience to do this. Well, I'll tell you something, darling. The world needs you. As a soul, you are uniquely placed, and it is your innocence, and it is your approach, and it is your willingness to learn and embrace and have fun and be positive and be childlike about it. That means you are uniquely placed to deliver, to do this. And it is because you've gone through all of these experiences which were intended for you. You chose them in order for you to therefore be able to have, or be given, an extraordinary idea that you and only you can do. You and only you can draw this sword. And it is also that you are able to communicate with such resonant clarity and conviction that others, and this is an Ace of Swords, others will listen, my darling. So there we are. I trust, be very, thank you, Spirit. Be very optimistic, they're saying. Approach this with no expectation of any particular outcome. And I know you know that. But also remember that it's great fun doing something new. It's great fun being a novice. It's great fun being curious. And you're not stuck in somewhere where you don't want, you've desired to push through. And you've gone through something that's given you the courage to do so. And you have an extraordinarily beneficial for you and others, and the world needs to hear what you have to say, mindset at the moment. So be very, very optimistic that there is a very bright future for you ahead. That's what Spirit is telling you. That's the spiritual direction. That's where you're being directed to at this time. And there are lots of extraordinary individuals in your life who are there to support you and guide you and show you appreciation and respect. And you've chosen them all, my darling. You've chosen them all. So be very, very optimistic, and you deserve it. So much love to you. I look forward to doing another reading for you very soon, obviously next week with your weekly readings, starting again next week. In the meantime, do check out your summer readings or the dailies or the previous weeklies, and have a very, very beautiful weekend. Take care, my darlings. So much love. Bye-bye.